So this is where I left off in the previous video. You had already picked a project 9445, and now we're going to continue on this journey here. The first thing you got to do is log in. So I'm going to log in here. And since I already logged in with my username and password, it's saying, can I grant access? You say grant access. And then you should just click on the word contribute here. So we see that, and you click contribute, and you should be able to just say select a random task. So you just say map a task, and you will get an area that will be, as you see, this is an area that is allocated to you. Nobody will be able to map in this area, and you should try to map this. So here, most of this thing is green green fields here, but you can see around this, there might be some buildings that you can map. And it actually turns out there is a lot of buildings that are mapped. But let me just give an example of where you can map. So there are different images you can see. For example, you can see a Bing aerial image. And if you notice here that, with the Bing image, that it is kind of off skew, maybe the satellite image or the buildings have changed. It doesn't look like that much. But if I do a S3 image, also it looks slightly different. It seems a little unfocused. So let's go back to the Bing. And this is what you started with, the custom image. And that's what it was. And maybe this is the right image that we'll stick with. So now I'm going to try to map something. Maybe this is, it's hard to know if this is a building, but I'm looking for shadows. So maybe there's, go a little bit higher in the, so let's take this as an example. There seems to be a little shadow, and this might be a building. So you click on the word area, and then you can just click on the corners of this. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, and make sure you double click on the last one. Now this is a building, and you can just say building. And when you try to save this for the first time, you can, it should ask you to give you a tag. And this is important. You want to make sure that you tag it with chevron missing maps, and you hit return. And you can do the same thing here, and you get the chevron missing map. And now you can actually upload this. And I would recommend uploading it as often as possible. And so now you've uploaded one change that you did. And now you can either continue to working in this area, but if you think that you are done with this and you want to move to a different task, so you can say, is this task completely mapped? Probably not. There are still some things to be mapped. So just say no, and then you submit the task. And then you can, if you click again, map a task, you should get a different image. So you got a different area of the same, a different grid, if you will, of the same thing.